Jason Rodriguez.
And we're with Super Green World, and today we have an awesome show for you. We are visiting some local Ojai residents that have done something amazing to their front lawn. So we're going to take you around their homestead/den and show you what you can do instead of how you can grow food instead of lawns.
Cool, come join us. So today we have here Matt Pomeroy and Suzanne Soul, and this is their house. And they're doing some really awesome things here, so we're just going to take them around and ask them a few questions and see what they got going on. So the first thing we want to do is show you their beautiful lawn. So here we have it. This is the lawn. They moved in November and decided to take out the lawn, and we'll show you what they did with it later. So Matt, tell us a little bit about how this went and what you had to do.
Well, when we first moved in, we were kind of part of the monoculture in the suburban neighborhood here, and we wanted to do something different and more productive than just a grass lawn. So I went down to the local rental center and picked up a sod cutter and went to town and cut out our lawn here. And here you see it. We have 2 stacks, and we're just composting it because there's a lot of nutrients and earthworms and soil, as you can see, that we want to return to the land for fertilizer and other beneficial aspects of growing food.
So can you share with us how you did this and what you've got going on here? And you're talking about like planting in cycles, so you always have food. Just talk a little bit about that and show us what's going on. Walk us through it.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, we first started by taking out the lawn with the sod cutter, and a lot of kind of hand labor involved with that. And then I got truckload after truckload of a soil amendment, so I had about 8 yards of that brought in, and I spread it evenly along with another element, or compound rather, called gypsum, and that also reduces the cloddiness of the heavy clay soil, makes it less sticky and easier to work with. And some other fertilizers, also inoculated it with mycorrhizal spores. Hopefully we get some mushroom action around here. And then I went out with the rototiller and tilled it in very well. Hopefully it's the only time I'll have to rototill, because it's pretty devastating to the life in the soil. And raked it up into these very functional, practical beds that you see here. And they work very well because it gives you a place to walk, and also makes it very easy to work with. As you can see, that when you're standing in a bed, you can easily squat down and pick weeds without having to reach too far and strain your back. And if you want to get at the other side of the bed, you can simply walk to the other side. And makes it very easy to weed and just work with it, grow food.
So what are you growing? What do you got in right now?
Well, we're growing just about everything that I know how to grow and is possible to grow in this climate. Starting by the curb, I have a row of rainbow Swiss chard, and the next row in is various types of kale, and the row closest to us here is sunflowers.
Oh.
So that should be beautiful for all of the neighborhood to enjoy.
Big rainbow chard and sunflowers coming up. So
Yeah.
That's going to look really nice.
And it's springtime right now, so everything's going to be babies.
Yeah.
And this is a Pakistani mulberry. You can see the
nice.
mulberries coming on.
Yeah.
We planted all the fruit trees too, more like in January, February.
Love mulberries.
I just planted it, and we have fruit. So you can see that
2 months is all it takes.
yeah, so it ripens into this kind of elongated blackberry looking thing with some nice rich colors. It's packed with antioxidants, and tastes a lot like Kool-Aid. They're just like
It does.
very sweet and inherently much more nutritious than Kool-Aid, so I enjoy.
And this is a coffee cake persimmon, a rare variety of persimmon. It's supposed to be super tasty, and you can see all the little baby persimmons coming on. That's tiny persimmons.
Oh, look in there.
Yummy.
And there was nothing in this curve before, so this is a good idea to do with your curve. I mean, why not?
Yeah, they're all around here. Everyone's got these curves.
So.
Yeah, this is a wonderful invention from an amazing man named Luther Burbank. You've probably heard of Burbank, California. It's named after him, and he developed the nectarine. This is a double delight nectarine, so without Mr. Burbank we wouldn't have something so beautiful. And
Developed a nectarine.
he developed the nectarine. He
Wow.
bred the fuzz out of the peach and stabilized the commercial nectarine, and this is part of his work, so we're very glad to have that. We have our first succession of sweet corn, and then the next bed is cucumbers, and after that we have tomatoes and peppers. We have some hot and sweet peppers. The next bed after that is summer squash. You can actually see the first itty bitty yellow crookneck squash hanging on there. And after that we have a bed that is still vacant that I have slated for melon growing.
Ooh.
Cantaloupe and watermelon. And the bed after that is lettuces. You see there's a lot of lettuces you may have never seen before. Some neat heirloom varieties and other fun things,
They look good.
as well as the classic romaine lettuce, the old standby. And down there at the end we have basil going, a couple different colors. We have some purple basil, and in the pot there we have a wonderful passion flower, which is just so stunningly beautiful. We can't wait to get it planted in the ground.
And so tell us a little bit about these bamboo poles.
Well, I have recently put in these bamboo stakes. A lot of times people use like a dimensional lumber that's been a product of a harvested tree, or like a steel stake for this purpose, but it's going to be to trellis up the tomatoes. And I figured I would do something a little bit more unique and sustainable with the bamboo poles there. So as these tomatoes get a little bit taller, they're probably going to want to fall over. So I'll just tie some twine on there and keep training them up the trellis as they grow. And also you can see that the bamboo poles are also kind of a marker for each one of the successions that I'm going to be planting. I'm planting in 4 waves here so we don't get overwhelmed by food, and also so we have it all year, as some of these things will kind of slow down in their food producing vigor as the summer goes on, and we'll have cucumbers and tomatoes and all that wonderful stuff right up until it can't live anymore when we get a frost in the fall or winter. So I figured out how to do that, thought it was a great idea, and implemented that strategy here in our very own home garden.
Very cool. Check this out. This looks like it's about to pull the tree. What kind of
I know.
are these tangerines?
Yes, this is a type of tangerine. I believe it's a satsuma. I know, and the tree
Awesome.
is just loaded.
I know.
Hoping that branch hangs in there and doesn't break. This Valencia orange tree is going to be yielding so many juice oranges.
Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a gift.
This is a
So-
little baby lemon.
Lemon tree?
Yes. Little dwarf lemon. It's got some little lemons.
Oh, she's sweet.
So you want to take us around back and show us the compost situation?
Yeah, we love seeing people's compost.
Nursery.
And so if someone wanted to do this to their own lawn, are there any resources that you could point out for them to check out?
Yes, I would definitely check out John Jevons' wonderful, indispensable guide. It's called How to Grow More Vegetables. And that book has just been a wonderful resource for me, and even at this level of gardening ability, I still make reference to it quite often, and it's just a wonderful guide to home gardening.
Okay, so this is Jason Rodriguez
And Heather Rodriguez.
with the Super Green World Show. We hope you've enjoyed the show on our part of our Foods Not Lawns series with Matt and Suzanne's lawn. It's really beautiful what they've done with it. And they actually just brought this book out to show to us how to grow more vegetables. So this is the key book he recommends. So hope you've enjoyed it and hope it helps on your journey. And this is Jason and Heather signing off with the Super Green World Show, making the planet greener one show at a time.